Hey guys, it's TF Nut. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This time it's going to be of the brand new Marvel Legends series Spider-Man Retro Collection Scarlet Spider. Very excited to finally have this one here. I thought I pre-ordered this on Amazon, but I didn't, so I waited until I got some more in stock recently. So it's still relatively new, but it's gotten just a little bit old in the past month or two. I already reviewed Spider Shot. Very nice figure. I would like to get Tombstone next, but this whole new wave of the retro Spider-Man figure seems really nice. We have an updated Scarlet Spider, as you see here. We had one in 2015. Oh god, that was almost a decade ago. I don't want to think about that. But then that got a re-release a bit. I think it's like 2017, 2018, one of those retro collections as well with different colors there. So I still thought that held up pretty well, even for today's standards. But now with this updated one, with a lot of Renew Your Vows stuff and some new stuff too, it's going to look hopefully even better. We'll have to wait and see. Here's a 360 with me rambling, of course. I'm done with that. 360 of the box, very much the 90s style packaging. Very nice images of Scarlet Spider posing here. Nice colors going on, all the different fonts that you see from that classic 90s stuff that you saw the figure in the box as well. I do want to show really quick the multilingual read up if you want to pause right there and give that a read. You can also pause right here, and if you're looking for this in stores and you need the barcode, you can go ahead and pause the video, screenshot that if you need that. Here is the figure out of packaging here in a 360, and I will say, I thought that this was going to be like a standard type of section where I was like, oh, it's got some problems that Marvel Legends usually have, but this has some really nice stuff going on. I really don't have any complaints, even like the standard gripes with Marvel Legends I usually have. I don't really see them here. This is really awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Then we'll take a closer look at the figure. Quick look at these accessories because we don't have a lot, but you get pretty much everything you need for a Spider-Man figure. We have the wall-crawling hands. You can see what the detail and the scrunching on the inside of the hands look like there. That's what the back of the hands look like with a little bit of that knuckle detail. They're just, all the hands are molded with this bright red color. And we also get a pair of fists. We've seen these hands plenty of times, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We have the thwipping hands here too, as you can see right there on the back of the hands. There's not much going on here. Again, still pretty good. Here's a quick comparison between a couple other Scarlet Spider figures. On the left, that is the 2015 Rhino series Scarlet Spider that I was mentioning earlier. On the right, we have the Metacom Mafex Scarlet Spider from last year, and then the brand new Marvel Legends one in the middle. Let me know which one your favorite is down in the comments below. Doing a quick comparison with the Marvel Legends one. Very similar approaches to both of these. This mostly using the older Spider-Man body with a brand new torso for the hoodie there. But this, again, being pretty much the Renew Your Vows body with the shoulders and hips and all that. With that new stuff. And, of course, Articulation, pinless, with a soft plastic overlay of this hoodie here. So again, similar approaches. I do think that extra effort came through really nicely with the tears and all that on the new one. You can see how the gauntlet or the web shooters, I guess, are different. I don't have the 2018 2017 one on me right now to compare. I think that was, again, the Avengers retro collection one. And then you see how different these pouches are, which these are all separate, yeah. So you could theoretically take these off, but it's not going to be very easy at all. You can see just how, different. I think this is actually a little bit of a smaller pouch, but it's definitely a different sculpt. And the head sculpts, as you see, are different. You have a black outline right there, looking a little chewed up in some areas. But this, I tried to keep this as not scuffed up as possible. There's maybe a little bit stuff going on here, but it's almost a decade old, and I think it ages really well, but I still really like what we got going on with this one. Just a quick comparison again, because I know you guys want to take a look at there's finer details here, but with the Mafex one here, these similar enough heads. I don't remember the artist's name right now, but you can see these reds are almost the exact same, but you do have a lot of the, I guess it would be a little bit slimmer Mafex proportions, since it was using a lot of the, that original comic Spider-Man from the Mafex line. You see how different those pieces are. You can see that these are also a bit similar, but these are actually smaller here. You see how the belts are done. And then the hoodies, of course, nothing can really beat a soft goods hoodie, but You know, in some art, it's supposed to be this small, the spider here, but in a lot of art that we're all familiar with, it's supposed to be across the chest. That was a decent amount of people's complaint with that. This here, completely, like all the way across the chest. That is really nice. I hate to keep doing comparisons, but last one, you see it's exactly the same. I think maybe the shoulders actually might be a little bit different again, but I could be wrong. But the hips are definitely, on this one, the exact same as this. You know, they retooled a couple things with Renew Your Vows, and again, toe hinge there. So, again, that comparison there. I'm done with comparisons. This head sculpt is really nice, and I'm trying to feel it. Yeah, you can feel a separation in the eyes right there. I really like, just like, how the form of the head looks with the nose, like the ears protruding a little bit, and then the paint on the eyes. That is really clean too. I also really like how they did the texture on the hoodie here. You have the rips around there. Some people could say the detailing here could be a little bit better, but honestly, Marvel Legends standard wise, pretty good stuff there. You see that back logo there as well. Slightly loose. Well, this is glued on here, but the front here, it's a slightly loose separate hoodie piece, which for some people may want to glue. It's going to be really thin, but some people may want to glue this onto that so it doesn't move around too much, or maybe not. Maybe just keep it like this. Then you have these white band pieces here. I forget exactly what these would be called, like these lace type things. I don't know. I don't remember the name of all the things on hoodie every day, but we do have a little bit of it. It's super hard to see. I just noticed it. A little bit of a splotch there. It's just something I'm mentioning. I don't even care about it. I want to mention one thing is that when it comes to how plastic is molded in this line, right? Sometimes, you know, there's a decent amount of paint on this and it's really nice. But sometimes it's just a little bit of this like glossy molded, plastic like in the blue here, which it doesn't look bad at all. Here though, in the camera, it does look a little bit glossy because of how bright my lights can be. But it's almost like there's this really nice texturing in the actual plastic itself that makes it look a little bit more matte. And I think that actually brings out the details a little bit more. So when I was mentioning earlier that I thought there's going to be typical things with Marvel Legends that I was going to like with this, where sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that can be a thing. No problem with that here. I think that, with the reused mold here, a lot of this looks really good because of how they did the exact type of plastic. So I think that this brighter red looks really fantastic. Again, the like wrinkles around the hoodie are nice. The paint is really clean on these spider logos. Like, I'm really having a hard time finding like that many splotches. And I do wish that this was actual, like, how they did it in 2015, I think is a little bit better, where you see how that silver is done. It's like actual silver paint. It's just molded in this silverish gray, as you see here. Doesn't look that great here. I mean, the sculpting is still nice, and maybe you can paint it on your own, but I do wish it was a little bit better. But it does look like, I think a little bit of the brown isn't completed here, so you see a little bit of what should be brown on the strap, but it's actually gray because this is molded in a gray. But a little circular red right there is really nice. Again, you guys are familiar with the rest of the body. Lots of muscular details. Sometimes people complain about how this entire, paint and sculpt is broken up because how they do this joint, that breaks up that paint sculpt. I don't mind that too much really at all. You get no problem with that either because of how the hoodie is done. So, yeah, you see that all of that looks just really natural. And of course that is, in part of the design as well. Again, nice muscle details that have always been here since like 2020, I guess. But yeah, again, a little bit retooled because of the pinless tech, which I think in person it's not that bad, but on camera the knees look a little bit brighter compared to that. That's been a problem a bit with the pinless tech, where the color of plastic is just a little bit different every time. But it's really not that big of a deal. If it is, I really don't notice it on here. We have the buckles on the ankle straps. Just completely flopped my figure. Nothing really on the bottom when it comes to the detailing there. When it's time you see stretching in certain areas, like on the butt there.
Again, muscles on the arms. It's just, you know, again, we know what's up with this body mold by now, but the new stuff on here is really nice with this figure. Articulation, very basic, you know, not in a bad way, but you guys know what to expect. We do have a little bit of a cut in the back of the head, but we still don't get that easy of a motion to move up. But, I mean, it still looks up. You just get that gappage right there. Down is not too bad, side to side, and then you do get the rocker right there. You do have forward and back, which actually isn't too hindered. I definitely, if there's any hindrance, it's not because of this. Arms can go all the way around. They go in and out here. Upper arm swivel. No gummy joints, I don't think, this time around, or at least I don't notice things being gummy. Sometimes the joints are a little too tight. Not too tight here. Like, I can move this and it'll keep this. But, you know, sometimes it's like unbearably tight. It's not that case with here. Okay, swiveling here. Hinge. That's for all sets of hands. We do have a ball joint going up here that's covered by that, you know, that hoodie. You see that seam line right there actually on this side. It's not too bad though. You get side to side like this, swiveling. Then you have an actual crunch here in the way, so you get all that extra range of motion there. A little bit of drop down here, not really working that much. Legs can go out, don't really want to go back at all. Almost perfect splits. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee, which also isn't too tight, but tight enough. We do have a shin swivel, down, up, really nice. Ankle rocker, and then you get that toe hinge.
Measuring out the figure, we are looking at a little under 16.5 centimeters. When it comes to Spider-Man Marvel Legends figures, I think this is a pretty standard size, so that's going to be a little under 6.5 inches. I already did comparisons with some other Scarlet Spider figures earlier, so from left to right, we have the 2020 Retro Spider-Man. We have Spider-Shot from the same series as Scarlet Spider. On the right, we do have, I think it was 2018 Kane Parker. I'm wondering if they'll ever update that, but the body on it right now is still pretty good for it. Then far right, we do have a standard size Black Series Mando. Overall, I really am digging this figure. I think the Marvel Legends team did a really nice job updating this Scarlet Spider. It's a lot of what we are familiar with the Renew Your Vows body, but the way that they did the plastic here, while it may not be super noticeable to some people, you know, how it's a little bit more of a matte finish on the plastic, I think it looks just that much better to where, you know, compared to how it sometimes can be a little bit glossier looking, it looks really good here. The new stuff on here, you know, the head, the hoodie, as well as the ankle pouches, all of that is really fantastic. I do wish the web shooters and the belt had a little bit better silver paint there, but I mean, it's not too bad. Also, the discoloration in the joints because the pinless tech isn't that bad this time around either. Really nice articulation, what you're pretty familiar with. I do wish maybe it came with an alternate head, but we have all the different hands that we need for a Spider-Man figure. So for 25 bucks, honestly, I think that this is a really nice figure. Very happy with it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for content over there, and I'll see you guys later.